What up, 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 what up? Peace to the balls. Peace to the balls. What is going on, people? All right. I love it when a plan comes together. I mean, 13 right on the nose. What up, Jeff? I was just watching the D.L. Hughley show. That's KJ. What's going on, KJ? You look new. I don't remember seeing you before. Peace, power to the balls from Dr. Sinister. Sonar Logistics, thank you, brother. This hat was a gift from the man himself, the one and only. Shout out to D.L. Hughley. Gave me this as a gift for working with him on a show called The Fix, which is presently on Netflix, that I wrote on. And I'm a grown-ass man now. I'm collecting these hats, bro. I'm gonna start collecting hats. Y'all go check out a man. Shout out to John Narciso. Jon space Narcisso. Young brother that makes hats and kicks ass doing it. Had a cold ass black one. You know what? I might pimp the black one. I want this the black one colder with this. But you probably, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to wait and see if I can see it. That's a Gurin Brothers, Johnny Narciso. It's a soul brother. Young soul brother makes these hats. So he's going to be primarily the dude whose hats I'll wear. As I can see in the shot, you can't really see the damn hat. You can't see it because it's dark in here. And I'm basically working with the light from my computer screen. My computer screens are basically what provide the light in here. If I bring the light down like this here, then the lights get low. And it's just me moving screens to control the light. There we go. I kind of dig the lighting in here, but enough about that. How y'all been? Tonight's strain is Silver Haze. Show's being brought to you by Silver Haze, which we finna blaze upon us and get down on the with in just a second. I'm gonna run through the folks in the room, and then we're gonna get all off in it. What's up, Mr. Ovary Massager? How are you? This nigga, Ovary Massager, that's brilliant. Arizona Mike Brown in the building. Yo, I'm about to hit it, bro. I'm about to hit it. Let me see what we got in the coffers, because I do believe I ground up some a little earlier. And I did. Grind up a little bit. I could. My bong could stand a cleaning. But in lieu of that, we finna get it. We finna get started. We are going to be, in case some of you did not read it in the flyer on my Instagram, my YouTube, my Instagram, my Facebook. For those of you who did not read it, tonight's show is about the opioid crisis versus the war on drugs. Okay. The opioid crisis versus the war on drugs. And I think we're going to get into some lanes that we usually don't go, or that we don't go, in my opinion, deep enough as a people, and even on this show, I don't think we do it enough. So we're going to dig in hard.
Let's get started.
The truth and set you free. May also tear your life apart.
That y'all it's gonna spark some conversation. We're gonna get into it. Don't just chime in here. I want y'all Bars will be open at midnight. And not a second before. It's been on my mind because, as y'all know, name of the goddamn show is GIRAFFEBALLZ. I'm an avid weed head. Now, again, a great much of this is fact, but also a great much of this is conjecture and opinion, my opinion. And I don't mind sharing opinions. I don't mind opposing opinions. It's when you tell me my opinion ain't shit without giving me yours that you get a big fat fuck you. Hit the like button, share this, share this, share this. Okay. Off we go. As a kid, I had been around weed a few times, I smell it burning, and I could feel the energy in the air. Some dark thing going on with it, with the mindsets of the people that were around that were doing it. It was like, wow, this is some heavy, subversive, bad shit. I was also brought up in church. And the Hoda the Boko Shot crew was like, wow, this is some heavy, subversive shit, So, as far as I was concerned, weed was this heavy, subversive shit, which is why I didn't fuck with it all through like high school. I knew dudes that did, and then one time before I joined the Marines, I was shitting my pants. Shout out to Philip Noble, the first dude to ever get me high. No, I gotta go back. My Uncle McKinley. Yeah. I always thought he was a cool motherfucker. Wonder where he is now. I haven't heard from him. My Uncle McKinley got me high when I was about 15, 16. And, I was terrified. Not because I'm naturally paranoid, but because this shit was illegal and my family's gonna beat the fuck out of me if they hear that I did it. And cut to, I joined the Marines. Oh man, dudes who smoke weed are inferior. Dudes who smoke weed are unfit. You're not fit to die for this country if you smoke weed, was the attitude of this country on October 1st, 1983. The day that I went into United States Marine Corps boot camp. And all that time, from 83 on, oh boy, all through my comedy career, nope, didn't touch it. Wouldn't touch it. All the way through first marriage, wouldn't touch it. Marriage number 2. I start to have the Neo experience. There's a crack in the matrix. everything that I was told as a young black man in the south side of Chicago. I'd already grew up questioning the way they thought, the way they behaved, the way they spent their money, the way they ate their food, the way they served their God, the people I was brought up with and around. I was like, this don't make no sense to me. But it was the programming. So I took it at face value. And then I started to question things. And as I questioned them, one night I was out on the road and I asked God to show me the truth. And I come home and there is, we're going somewhere with this, there is your man, Minister Tony Muhammad. Shout out to Brother Minister Tony Muhammad. I got to thank you for this. I believe I told him this to his face. I do believe I did tell him this. That he was like the cracking of the egg, so to speak. That made me start to think as he started to break down stuff. And that's when the whole everything I've been told as a black Christian started to unravel. It started to come loose. It didn't make sense anymore. It wasn't cohesive anymore. Everything black Christians had told me about history was wrong. Science, wrong. Diet, wrong. Mathematics, wrong. But y'all right about weed? Oh, religion, wrong. Oh, everything, wrong. But you right about weed. I started to explore. I started to look shit up. I started to listen to people, get into conversations. This is before I ever really started smoking. Then we went down south. And I met my ex-wife's cousin. Shout out to my man, Ronnie Bridger. And Ronnie, I'm not going to say what state we were in when it happened, because I don't know what the laws are down south. But I'm not going to say exactly what state we were in. But Ronnie shared with me what may or may not have been some cannabis. I don't know. For all I know, it could have been oregano. But I can tell you this. In less than a half an hour, I had no idea whether 10 minutes had passed or 2 weeks. It was incredible. And this opened up this road for me that was slowly becoming legal from when it was forefront of this thing we want to call a war on drugs. For those of you not old enough, you may not remember but there was a time when there were a lot more black people on the street. This time was about 30 years ago. About that time, crack hit us. This substance that wasn't grown or manufactured in the hood, and we had no planes to get it in, but it made its way to us to fund a war, no less. We've been whored out in so many ways, but well, before that, this was the get down of a president. I want y'all to listen to this. So that you understand the level, because I don't know, you know, a lot of people might not. Or I could be way wrong, and y'all know way more about this than me. I want you to dig this. This is the voice of a man who was president in the 70s. A man by the name of Richard Milhouse Nixon. This was Richard Milhouse Nixon. Listen to this shit.
Public enemy number one in the United States is drug abuse. In order to fight and defeat this enemy, it is necessary to wage a new all-out offensive.
Now, I'm going to play that again because I'm not sure whether you guys heard this or not. Let me run it one more again.
Public enemy number one in the United States is drug abuse. In order to fight and defeat this enemy, it is necessary to wage a new all-out offensive.
Yeah, you heard it. Now,
back in 94. Back in 94.
I want y'all to listen to this.
Back in 94. Ehrlichman now out of prison and out of politics. politics, felt, I guess, that he had nothing to lose, so he was going to be honest about why they started the war on drugs. And if you remember, it was Nixon. The Nixon administration started what they called the war on drugs back in 1971. Turns out, it was not because they were concerned that drugs were really dangerous for Americans. It was for attacking their political enemies. Now, again, you might think, like, come on, this sounds conspiratorial. First of all, it's the guy who did the conspiracy who's admitting it. Second of all, he got arrested for and convicted on another conspiracy. It's not like he's shy about conspiracies. And Nixon, third of all, had an enemies list. These are all facts. So now here's Ehrlichman in his own words. He says, the Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies, the anti-war left and black people. You understand what I'm saying. We knew we couldn't make it illegal to be either against the war or black, but by getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's producer Bill.
That is a direct quote from the Young Turks. Yes, Brother Chaz, the Young Turks. Now,
if you ask the question,
Listen to
why
this.
are some drugs legal and others illegal? Why are cigarettes and alcohol legal and pharmaceuticals in the middle and these other drugs, marijuana, other ones illegal? Some people sort of inherently assume, well, this must be because there was a thoughtful consideration of the relative risks of drugs, and but then you think, well, that can't be, because we know alcohol is more associated with violence than almost any illegal drugs, and cigarettes are more addictive than any of the illegal drugs. I mean, heroin addicts routinely say it's harder to quit cigarettes than it is to quit heroin. So it's not as if there was ever any kind of National Academy of Science that 100 years ago decided that these drugs, these ones had to be illegal and those ones legal. And it's not as if this is in the Bible or in the Code of Hammurabi. I mean, nobody was making legal distinctions among many of these drugs back until the 20th century, essentially. So if you ask how and why this distinction got made, what you realize when you look at the history is it has almost nothing to do with the relative risks of these drugs, and almost everything to do with who used and who was perceived to use these drugs, right?
that's Ethan Nadelman. Every now and then. And this is why it is so important that as black people we don't indict everybody for racism and white supremacy, because there are people who are not black that tell the truth. Now, everybody's suspect till they prove it, so. But that's another show. We can do a whole nother show now. let's go back up before we get digging in it. My man Airplane says, I love weed, but I understand it has positive and negative effects. Well, so does water. I would say the positives far outweigh the negatives. Please look into it. Please look into it. Study it. Challenge anything I bring up. Mr. Ovary Massager, grass stains on my thumbs, grass stains on my lungs, grass stains in my teeth like a football. I remember when I was young, I used to think weed was bad because that's what I was taught. Until I hit it and said, this is the greatest shit ever. And been smoking ever since. That's hilarious, Gator. First poem was when I was high. I still remember. Yeah, man. You know how much beautiful shit has been made on weed? We're not even pro weed tonight. That's not where I'm going. Yeah, they had me programmed on some bullshit. Open my universe. There's not a war on drugs, Uncle Jeff. The war's on the poor and disenfranchised. There's only an opioid crisis because it's affecting Caucasians in the suburbs. Crack destroyed our community. It was all the help for the crack addicts. Yes, people. I remember the first time I got high, I was 14, 15, Hawaii. Burned like between an 8 or a quarter my first time. And then hit from vaporized. I was fucking gone and passed out. All right. Let us also remember there was a heroin crisis back in the black communities in the 70s before. Oh yeah. I remember I had an uncle that OD'd on that shit. I guess I'm speaking on the weed we smoke now. It's definitely not completely organic like it used to be. Airplanes, that's not necessarily so. I'm gonna need you to watch any marijuana documentary. Anyone. Just pick one. And I want you to, if you can, find the pros and cons yourself. Find as many cons as you can. I don't think you're going to find a lot. But what I really want you to do is search your mind for why you feel. Here's when the shit gets deep. When you start asking yourself why you think what you think. Check nervine out. Now it's kratom. Kratom and nervine. Government trying to regulate kratom. What is kratom? Bruh, put a link up to nervine. Oh, cross-pollination. I don't have a problem with that at all. Taking one seed from one place, one seed from another, that's... If you look into where you get your shit from, no matter if it's abundant or you only got one weed, man, it's always... Or if you only got one weed, man, it's up to you. Which can be done in the lab, but not altogether unnatural. Absolutely. Thank you, Unique. Cross-pollination. But again, maybe you don't vibrate on the frequency that says go to weed. So don't. There weren't originally thousands of strains. I've been to Jamaica, and the weed grown there isn't as strong because it isn't enhanced. Brother, you should have went with me. Them Jamaicans I smoke with will put you on your ass. That's not what Snoop said. A documentary, Grass, The History of Marijuana. I feel you, man. Grow yourself. You can get away from it. Otherwise, you go to the most likely not organic. And that's a concern of mine here, plants. It is. I think about that. And I want to learn to grow my own plants. Like, I got a friend that grows. And whenever he has a crop, I try to get a bunch of it because I know he grows. Check out your man, John Sally. John Sally has, I think it's called Deuces 22 or something like that. Look, just search John Sally marijuana. He started his own marijuana get down. Him and his daughter. And they actively seek the cleanest growers. They seek them out. That's who they fuck with. They don't fuck with anybody else. But the clean growers using the most organic, best shit. You can have up to 6 plants, Chaz. I think at your own place. I'm going to try to grow. I'm going to try to grow some bud myself. I just don't know what it takes. But now we're on another page, people. Stop fucking with me. Here's what we're supposed to be talking about. This all-out war on drugs. This prison pipeline that we have. This overabundance of people trying to have us compete with China. How China just out and come out and dog day people. Well, for opulence, you need some people to dog. It's been that way since the beginning of time. There is no obscene wealth without obscene suffering and poverty. That is the other end of the pendulum. Everything has a swing. On the Mendelian Square side of the game, the insight and history came from the fam. It's heavy. John Sally hits you hard, smooth, and easy like an 80-line playoff clothesline. That's funny, Skew Raider. You've had some of his stuff. Where did you get it? I'd love to get some. Sally's my man. I need to holler at him. Now, that is how coordinated. What's up, African dude? That is how coordinated this whole thing has been. that this prison pipeline was put together in order for corporations to have cheap labor. Oh, shout out to Big Screez. What's up, bruh? Ladies and gentlemen in the room. Cat who taught me most of what I know to hear for you to hear these little funky ass beats that you hear in the background. That's my man Clinton Payback Sands, bass player on at least 30% of the West Coast hip hop you nod your head to from the 90s. That cat right there. The war on drugs was just that. Think about this. I'm gonna use the people in the room. Okay. Mr. Ovary Massager, with a name like that, I can't put you right out on the street. So let's just say, what up, CJ? You late to the party, so you first. I wasn't late to the Snail Girls. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I gotta talk to you about something there, brother. Call me if you get a chance tomorrow. CJ Onyx. Think about this. CJ Onyx sells crack right out on the street. He making about $500 a week slinging rocks. That's his cut when he fucks with me. I'm making about $3 grand a week. I work for Payback. He make about 10 grand a week. Working for Mr. Ovary Massager, who makes about 50,000 a week. Okay, yeah. We bring everybody up by double, CJ. So Mr. Ovary Massager making $100,000 a week. Now, okay, you say the volume is low? Oh, shit. Let's see. If that, does that work? Is that better? How about that? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Hopefully that's better. Now, yeah, Mr. Ovary Massager is pulling down 100,000 a week. We all go to jail for the same. Yeah, thank you, Big Screez. For the same offense. We all go to jail for possession. Why does it take all of CJ's money to get him out? All of my money to get me out? All of Clinton's money to get him out? And all of Mr. Ovary Massager's money to get him out for the same charge? Because they know how much money all of us got, dumbass. They know exactly who got what money. So they take that group of niggas, if another group of niggas don't kill them, and they throw them niggas in jail for doing that shit. And all the niggas who got caught or got it pinned on them for killing some of these niggas, they put them in jail. And they just put a new batch of niggas right there while they make these niggas work like slaves for their shit, while they make these niggas sell this scum to other niggas who kill each other for the shit and the money. So niggas just can't get off this rotisserie that they own. Just being burned and cooked from every fucking side. That's the war on drugs. That was put on all of us. And those of us who made it out were just lucky. Because it was everywhere. It was everywhere. Those of us who had the foresight, the blessing that the Creator didn't let us get caught up in the dumb shit here or in a crossfire there. It was a war in the 80s and 90s. It was places you just didn't fucking go. Sad, but true. All the while, the money being used to fund, get this, another war. Another war. This is on top of slavery, on top of Jim Crow, on top of redlining, on top of Flint water, on top of the Tuskegee experiment, on top of not hiring you, on top of not giving you homes so you could use that home to build wealth. This shit. Now, let's flip this on its fucking ear and look at the opioid crisis. What is happening to the white man is he can no longer outlive his killing. Used to be he could fuck and live longer and die slower than he can make other people die. That's not the case anymore. You can't just nuke your competition and give yourself a 40-year head start again after your 400-year head start. You can't do that now. By the year 2049, whatever is left of them will be the minority. And that's just from a fucking and dying standpoint of natural causes. That's not bringing in this opioid shit where 100 of them is dying a day. With marijuana laws being this loose, in the words of KRS-One, he believes that Colorado loosened their belt on this shit because they didn't want to send their white kids to prison. They not finna fill their prisons up with white folks. Which, by the way, if you find yourself a white man in prison, what the fuck was you thinking? You can't make it here? You out, Big Screez? Hit me tomorrow. Let me see. Now, what y'all saying in here? I heard the tobacco industry is getting in to the marijuana game. More than likely, wherever they smell money. The only people who can run them out of the weed game is you. If we just don't buy it from them and we keep it local, what they gonna do? I'm never doing that. If majors company, there you go, Gator to God. If major companies get into weed, I ain't buying their shit. They probably gonna try to monopolize the weed game to corrupt it too. Thank God, I'm gonna be dead when they do. Okay, I don't know what that means, Gator, because I'm really hoping you're gonna stick around for a while. Stop eating meat if you're doing that, and dairy. Once they own the weed, not the weed game, but the weed itself, it's like they own all the seeds and plants. It's fucking over. I don't know about that. That's a little different. Weeds are a different thing. Let's see. Oh boy, is the surge over? Wait a minute. Okay. I guess the search is over. That's good. All right. Well, this is the part of the show where we get to share some tracks. This is share tracks time, is what we're going to call this here. Y'all know the game. Y'all know how I do. So, here's a track that I have no idea what it sounds like. I haven't. All I know is that I want it on my album. So, apparently, it must be something that I think is worth playing. So, oh shit. I don't see nothing in here. Okay. Let's see, I don't see nothing but drums. What do we got? It's called. Oh, wow. So that's the original name. Ladies and gentlemen, I just found out the original name to giraffe balls was Fluffy Pancakes. That's the name of that track. And I never knew what that was. I just threw it over in because I'm squirreling away. Oh, no, that's wrong. Okay. Okay, yeah. No, Fluffy Pancakes is some other shit. Um, Trust me, I'm gonna still be alive. I feel like by the time I am okay, then that's gone. And now I do this. Okay. What do you think about the G5 grid? Oh, trust me, I'll get to that in just a second. Idea control. Trust me, I'm gonna still be alive, but I feel like by the time I'm in my 70s, I feel some major shit gonna go down, i.e., disaster cleansing. But I don't want to live to my 90s. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to get 100 out of this shit, regardless to what's going on. I'm gonna live as long as I can. What do you think about the 5G grid? I don't know what to think, to be honest with you. It scares the shit out of me, idea control. I think I think this, yeah, we gonna reopen Fluffy Pancakes because I don't think that's what that was. Okay. I think I had I had the I I had the theme to the show open. So that's why when I press play, it played that. I think we're dealing with something totally different. So we're gonna find this out because I want to hear. I want to hear this because if I had it for my, if I had it for my album, that means it must be something I really like. And if I really liked it that much, I'm hoping that you will. Because okay, stop that and go here. Okay. This is. bunches of stuff, man. Now, it all correlates. How do we go from war on drugs to 5G? Somebody asked me about it. Now we're dealing with the opioid crisis. And what I beg you to do, black people, hear me tonight. If there's nothing else I say makes sense, stop letting this shit piss you off. Stop making a big deal out of it. This is what they do. Okay? Of course there's bias. Of course they gonna treat theirs better than they treat you. Of course. Why would they not? Now, of course they're gonna refer to what their little Hunter and Ryder are going through. As a crisis. I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, what else? What else would this be? It's got to be a crisis because it's outside of the plan. Think about that. There's a plan for war. Wars are planned. This was outside of the plan. This is called fluffy pancakes. I don't like the drums. I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. That's weird. No, all right. Well, was odd enough. Never heard any of that. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a hot little break because I heard my dog just bark at something. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Y'all talk amongst yourselves and let me know in what direction we gonna go in when I get back. And I will be right back. Gotta go get my gun and see if I'm gonna kill something. Okay. I don't know whose shit I was just pumping. Thought it was mine. Whoops. Well, this one's probably going to be pulled down now because that wasn't my shit. I don't know why iTunes plays my other shit. Pisses me off. I'm going to take it out of iTunes. That's what I need to do. My man, Mr. Overrule Massager says, pump action. Okay. Yes. This opioid crisis is deeper than any other epidemic because big pharma can't be stopped. Ah, yes. Oh, my man, Chaz. There you go, bringing up this system doing exactly what I've been saying for years. Eating itself. That's what we're watching right now. We are watching a system eat itself. Those who made this system did not intend for it at all to go like this. This shit then got away from them. And why wouldn't it? That only makes sense. This evil bullshit y'all doing? Oh, it's some evil bullshit. Sugar Mac 10, what's going on, brother? Yeah, lay back. You'll get it. You will. Oh, I was just working on that. Okay. Fox News and CNN are to blame for the culture change. Oh, boy. Man, oh, man. Yes. I got an echo. Okay. It was probably because of the track I just took off. There we go. Yeah. Let's play with this one for a little bit. Y'all don't see me with headphones because I think somebody stole mine, sadly. So I will not be wearing headphones for a minute. This one is called Hide.
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
Yeah. We'll let that.
Check this out.
Okay. Yes, sir. That's yeah, Mike Brown. Exactly. Is one of the tracks that's going on my album.
Check this out.
I don't make music to sound like it. I don't run from what I hear.
Check this out.
I just make music. Now, what I actually heard was I saw slaves getting away.
Check this out.
Yo, Giles, what's cracking?
Check this out.
I feel you, Unc. I love you, Beats. Thank you, brother. I can't do the stanky leg to that. That's hilarious. But there's very little album listening party on live on show. Yes, sir.
Check this out.
There's very little MDMA left in the world, unlike back in the 90s. Well, God knows what's... Yeah, exactly. Do you have a rap artist nowadays sample some of your music? No. I haven't had... I've had I had a couple of dudes get down over my tracks, and I produced for some cats. But no, most of my music is... Most of my music is video games, cable.
Check this out.
Do I have a rap artist in mind? Hold on a second. Guns for Ganja Cannabis card deems you legally insane. Well, I don't care about my legal right to carry a firearm. If you come, any man or thing, to harm me or my family, I'm going to defend myself and them by any means necessary. Whatever I'm going to have to do.
Check this out.
And we can sort the rest of that shit out. Make it or don't. I will put my life in front of my family. And if I have a weapon available to stop you, I will stop you with it. Or you will kill me.
Check this out.
And if I stop you and I have to go to prison, then I have to go to prison. But you ain't finna fuck with my family. Over your law? It was illegal for me to read. Stop. Stop. The word law in this country is vulgar to black people. When you think about what we've been through, ooh. So don't come at me with no fucking law. If you try to take my life, I'm gonna defend it. If you try to take the life of my wife or my children or my family, I'm going to defend them.
Check this out.
I'm not going to talk about that's my God-given right. That's the right. Fuck that. Don't fuck with me in my shit. And then try to stand me up in front of some other people for their opinions on it. Fuck you and them.
Check this out.
Keep your hands off my family. Period. You don't love your kids no more than me. You're just more ruthless than I am. You don't think any more of your kids than I do. You're just more organized than I am.
Check this out.
There ain't a white child in the world worth more than any black child in the world. Or any other colored child. We all love our children. We're just not willing to rape, kill, pillage, and burn for them.
Check this out.
Which is what you do. I see you. Still greedy at 80 years old. That ain't for you. You know you ain't gonna be around much longer. You can only eat so many babies before that shit starts to catch up to you.
Check this out.
You doing that shit for your great-great-great-grands. That's why this shit we sitting in right now was cooked up and has been being cooked up by these white think tanks. Niggas don't have no think tanks.
Check this out.
We gotta get together and take the opinion and advice that comes from above us. If you do that, you don't need a leader. You become your own leader. The ability to take information and disseminate it amongst one another. That's how you combat this shit. By going back on technology, that's how you combat this shit. What do I mean? I mean, we need to be buying up all the CD plants, CD manufacturing, CD distribution. CDs should not go out of business.
Check this out.
Neither should 32-bit computing. That should be our shit. On point perspective all the time. Thank you, brother.
Check this out.
Well, what's up, C Money 101? I don't think I've ever heard of you. Or Southern K45. Come through, Jeff. What's going on, brother? Well, I believe y'all brothers.
Check this out.
Now, let's see. Uncle Jeff, have you ever did an intro or been on any rapper album? I thought I heard you on one of the Be Legit albums at the intro. Yes, sir, Mac, you did. I don't know if he's still in here,
Check this out.
but you may not have been in here. I think he left. My ex-brother-in-law, but he's still my brother. That's my man. Clint Payback Sands, produced a lot of that. He might have produced the whole thing. I don't know. Don't let me misspeak, but I know he produced some tracks on that particular album for Be Legit and others. And he asked me to come in and help him with a skit and just do an introduction and to sound like a stuffy white man. So I did this intro about him being late and that being a trait common to his people. Our next speaker, yeah, I did that. That was me. From what I understand, he still uses that as his intro when he goes on stage. B, if you watching this, anybody hearing me say this, bruh, I'm honored. I love it. Thank you. You the shit, Be Legit, for doing that. That's what's up. Yes. Hear about the Bun B killing a home intruder. No.
Check this out.
No. Put a link up here, Mike. No. But hey, bruh. I'm gonna tell you what. You come up in here, that's what I got for you.
Check this out.
That's what I got. I will defend my family to my death. It came out in the 90s, that album, Gator.
Check this out.
Why 32-bit computing? Oh, yeah, okay, Giles. Because 32-bit computing is the chitlins of technology.
Check this out.
And I believe it can be made, it's almost like saying that because it'll use more gas, even if I refined
Check this
it
out.
to today's suspension standards. I got a 65 Thunderbird. If I refined it to today's suspension standards and only put an electronic ignition in it, that's it. And I still got the points to condenser. I can throw it right in the distributor and keep it moving. But anyway, if I did that,
Check this out.
and fill my tank up, it might take me a tank and a half. And that big ass T-Bird is an expensive sumbitch to fill up now. It might take me more gas. I might even have to tinker with it a little bit, depending upon whether I got it tuned. Let's just say I had it tuned up You gonna tell me that I can't make it to Vegas from LA in that car because it's not a 2020 Ford? Is that what you're saying to me? Because that's the way I'm looking at technology. If we could get some young African scientists working on how to keep 32-bit alive right under 64-bit and get all the 64-bit hardware and get 32-bit hardware, all the shit we could find that was 32-bit.
Check this out.
And if we were able to encrypt that network and keep it full of slang and full of our shit, sell CDs, go back 15 years and do commerce within one another like that. The Amish do it, but they go back hundreds of years and do it. Which is why,
Check this out.
in the event of a dollar collapse, guess who don't give a fuck? The Amish. In the event that cell phones go down, guess who don't give a fuck? The Amish. In the event that ATM machines don't work, guess who don't give a fuck? The Amish. In the event that you can't get no more gas, guess who don't give a fuck? The Amish. In the event that the electricity grid goes down, guess who don't give a fuck? The Amish. Because they're that far back in technology that they have a shell over them. The further away you are from the forefront of the technology, the more of a shell you put on yourself. People say you put yourself behind. No, I say you put yourself aside. Mr. Overy Massager says technology is a double-edged sword. Advancements versus convenience.
Check this out.
The question becomes, how convenient is it? How convenient is your cell phone if you're so stuck to it? You're crucified, stuck to it. Yes, Brother Giles, take over 32-bit.
Check this out.
Keep it alive and use it for our shit. What if I didn't communicate on the internet at all to you or none of y'all, except on 32-bit that we had set up like it was 10 years ago? Was it horrible 10 years ago? Was it unusable?
Check this out.
What if we were going at those speeds with our shit and we owned our shit? Yeah. It was a 67 Thunderbird, Chaz, yes. So glam, it's absurd. I'm going to take it and drive it to Tennessee.
Check this out.
I'm going to drive my daddy's Thunderbird.
Check this out.
And as they discarded, great game, huh? Yeah. That's what I've been saying that, Mac 10. That when this shit, that's why I got old computers, I will not get rid of them. I won't get rid of them. I'd recommend a proprietary OS that is open source. Brother Giles, I recommend that you start spreading this around because I have no fucking idea what you just said. A proprietary operating system that is open source. I bet you there's some young minds that can make this work. They throwing out this shit. What if we kept communicating with one another and kept buying CDs?
Check this out.
Keep a foot over there, but all the black shit is on CD. And we kept it alive. And now, here's your distribution deal. I'm going to distribute you on CD purely. you need to go to 32-bit, you need to move to Linux. Good. You need to be talking to Giles.
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
All right. All right. Now, Gator.
Check this out.
This one is for me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But whatever it do, this is my shit. Rappers in the Bay, we starting to put
Check this out.
their album, are starting to put their album on custom tapes. Now the West Oakland rapper Shady Nate is doing it now. He's selling tapes. It's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant.
Check this out.
Going in the crates to get my Walkman, man, I'm telling you. The advancement in technology has given us the power to reach out and own ourselves. Absolutely, Chaz. I still have a double cassette with high-speed dubbing. I stay ready. That's hilarious.
Check this out. Check this out.
Y'all look for that.
Check this out.
That will go on my album. But I'm greedy. If you got enough money, you can come get it. This one is called Strange Laboratories. I don't know what that is. But we're about to find out. Okay. Oh, wow. Man, y'all, I got so much stuff. All right. That is everything. So, let's do this. Save it all. This is called Strange Laboratories. No idea what it is. would love to get my hands on a couple of those CD duping machines from the late 90s. You can for pennies. Aquarian. I don't know where you are. Where do you live? Wherever that is, go on Craigslist and put in CD duplicator. Long-range walkie-talkies, yes, sir. I have some of those. I mean, like the old-school long-range joints, yes. Tapes, they're rolling out of the trunk, too short. Got it popping originally, fire track on. Thank you. Keep them long-range walkie-talkies. Hey, we tourists, we love that currency. Or at least it keeps us in stability. Oh, of course, yeah. That's why so many tourists are successful. And you have to watch who you attach yourself to. That go for all of y'all. Oh, the beats. The beats are insane. You got my support now. Thank you, brother. My bad, I'm high as hell, bro. You, man, you don't know. And a lot of these are most of these are unmixed. These are the rough. The rough mix. Now, if you listen to Zoe on Mondays, y'all let me know. I'm thinking about using this track to put under the rant. Is it too soft? Nope, it's melodiously sick. Yeah, sugar-free birthday music, yeah. Thank you, bro. Now, so yeah, you like the Tapes have a feel and a unique sound, like the sound wax gives is unique. Yes. I might not live stream my music. I might not put my music online. CD. Damn, is that just me? 'Cause I'm high, babe. I'm high, babe. Y'all know that I'm high now. Girl, you make me happy. Put some talk box on that. Yeah. I'm gonna be unfair and hit you niggas with these bells. That's another thing. I'm not gonna run from how I do my shit neither. Man, Red Fitted, I like the switch up better than the main chorus. That's where the groove is, in my opinion. Dope beats as always, Reverend Brown. Thank you, brother. That just make me happy. Yeah. Man. Lance Pope, what up, man? This is probably gonna be the end of the song. I can fade out on that. Do something funky like this shit right here. And just fade it out. Oh yeah, man, we yeah, Hip's daughter. We're going over a few tracks that's gonna be on my album. Yeah, it is. It's like fungus, man. This beat growing. Okay, yeah, this is the last time I'm gonna take it around. Nice summertime beat. That's right, man. And I'm no. I don't take it that way, man. I have headphones on. All I hear is highs and mids. Okay. What about now? Could be I'm coming from that headphone output. Hey, you stop for a nigga. I didn't tell you to stop. Now you can hear the kick now. What's the name of this one? Girl, let me ride that carousel. Or actually, fellas, I just made this today. Or finished it today. I haven't had a chance to mix it at all. Funkiest bit of reverb. Just the funkiest bit of reverb on the kick. How shall we do that? Create a mix channel. And in that mix channel, yeah, I think you're gonna dig it when I put it down. I just gotta get it mixed. Matter of fact, yeah. Let's do this right. Because I need to cut a chunk of this out and send it to my man Tracy Carter. So I think that's the way I'm going to end this one out. Let me see. Okay, here we go. What up, Trace? This is one of the tracks that I want you to, I'm going to send it to you to pee on. We're going to put this on the album. It's about a guy who moves to town and sees a girl walking around, and he walks up to her and just puts it on her, just puts the pimp hand down about how he wants to ride her carousel. So we'll work on the lyrics later, but here's the music. Basically it, Trace. Get at me, Trace. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, people. I promise y'all, every track I do on my album, I'm coming as hard as I know. I don't know no other way. Wow, Don Terrace, man, we about to be out of here. Oh, when is the album out? We're shooting for September. Now, that's called Sweet Sticky Vicky. Yoni Playland. No, I don't think I'm gonna. I might do one called that. I might do a track called Yoni Playland, but I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if that's gonna. I'm married, bro. Okay, I'm just picking them. At random. Okay, I must like this one. Now, how's the bottom end on this? Hey, W. Luckett, we do your comedy out here in the Bay. Do I ever do comedy in the Bay? I don't really hit the road that much no more lately. But I'm about to start going back out. lot of time behind the scenes, waiting for this one, doing this for that one. This is for me. Now you can't hear the bottom at all. That's weird. But you listening in your headphones. Let me check something out. Now, this could be that you don't have any bottom. Now, see what's crazy is in here the bottom is thumping. Okay. Here we go. Now, let me put some bottom in on these drums on this key. Ooh. Funky with that. Not right now, but that. Shit. Put that right over there. Okay. Alright, we're gonna work on that later, because that's gonna take me a minute. To do that. JSP, this is Al Toomer, cousin. Oh, shit. Brother. Brother, how long have you been up in here? Ladies and gentlemen. The one, the only Mr. Al Toomer up in here. How are you, sir? Listening to me and my listening party while I'm high as hell. Because I am gone right now. Welcome to Giraffe Balls, brother. I didn't know that was you. I'm about to jump up out of here. Thank you, bro. Like them instrumentals you be banging out. Thank you, man. Well, they are. You say it sound good on your headphones, Chaz. Okay. Well, all of these are unmixed. I really got to get in here and mix. My room is really close, meaning with regard to being kind of dead and not much bounce in here. So I'm gonna start mixing, but trust me, I'm not gonna let you down on my album. I'm gonna come at it hard as I can. Speaking of that, and she is so right. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, come what may, I will never take this back. I could not, would not be where I am were it not for Mrs. Brown. When I tell y'all that she has made all of this possible that you about to see. Hopefully it'll come out this year. I'm in a movie with Akon. I got my album dropping. I'm gonna try to finish my book. The book's a bitch. But I'm gonna try to come at it pretty tough, y'all. And as fans of what I do, nephews and nieces, I ain't gonna never let y'all down. That I can promise you. Now, I'm hoping y'all dug it tonight. Meet me back here tomorrow night, where we gonna really break it down. On some other shit. Tomorrow night, yeah. 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 Okay. Hit me on get. Okay, well, Gator, send me something. Friend me or whatever you do on Instagram. All right. Thank you, Lucky. Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah. Okay, I'm out. Sounds good. I need to get on my show, Tumors Town. What you want to do, man? You got my number, nigga. Call me. That ain't shit. Call me. Well, I look crazy looking up. Okay, let me see. How's that? That's better. Get all jacked up. I'm gonna do something with my seating viewing position. Glare from my glasses. Is this better? No, not for me. It ain't. I need this motherfucker. I can't do shit. Glad y'all enjoyed the show. Judge, it was nice chilling here. Uncle Jeff, you hit us with that fire. Peace. Bruh, please come back. Thank you. Tell somebody. Share this. Especially the pimp shit we was talking about. My beats is cool. But that shit we was talking about, nephews and nieces, love you to pieces. Spread that around. Alright? Peace. I'm gone.